Happy holidays and welcome to the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym. I'm Keith Tebow, joined by Bernie Picanisco. We are here for high school basketball. It's a non-conference matchup between the New Bedford High Whalers and the Dartmouth Indians. Bernie, this New Bedford High Whaler team, last time we saw them, they played their first game. They've been on the road since and have come up with 2 tournament championships. Really impressive fashions as well.
Yeah, they've had a very good start to this season, and I know it's a start that Coach Eddie Rogers is pretty happy with. Talked to him a little while ago out in the conference room that he has where he gets his team together and runs things up on the blackboard. And I'll tell you what, down in Florida, Dante Bellistracci, from what I'm told, Greg Parker, the assistant coach, was also telling me, would have been the MVP of that tournament if they had an MVP, because he played so well down there. It was incredible. And so many of the players for this New Bedford High team played well down in that Florida trip that it was hard for Coach Rodrigues to really just single out one person, although Dante was singled out by Coach Parker. And basically, he's getting good play from a lot of different people. In the tournament out in Newport, that tournament, a 14 tournament this year, again, New Bedford doing a great job and winning that tournament and coming away with a victory. They beat one team that was not so good in Middletown, beat another good team after that. And again, all of the guys played well. And what Eddie likes that he sees right now is the team's coming together and they're starting to get involved as a team in the offense and the defense. Defensively, they might be playing the best defense that they've played all season long right now coming out of that Newport tournament. Yeah. If anything, they need to pick up the offense just a wee bit.
One of the sidebars for tonight's game, you mentioned Dante Bellistracci. Dante is 4 points away from being, I believe, the 4th New Bedford High School player, or 5th, to reach 1,000 points in his career. And that'll probably happen early, and when it does, the game will stop and there'll be a little presentation.
He will be the 5th male basketball player to reach 1,000 points, and Kathy Silver, of course, the female player. So he will be number 6 overall, the 5th male player to do it. Of course, the leading scorer in the school's history, Marcus Wills, and saw a lot of his, all of his games that he played here at New Bedford. The 2nd leading scorer, who had it for so many years, Tom Baroa, who I was in high school the same time as Tom, had the privilege of playing some basketball with Tom, and I can tell you he was just absolutely outstanding, over 1,500 points. And then Steve Wynn, also one of the guys that did it. And there was one other New Bedford player who did it, and you know what? I'm drawing a blank here, and I know exactly who it was too, and I'm just all of a sudden drawing a blank. That's a senior moment, people.
Well, that's
We're having a senior moment right now.
As you see the Dartmouth Indians being introduced, Bernie, the Indians come in at 2-1, and this is really a rebuilding year for this Steve Gaspar-led team. He's got a lot of young players, freshmen, sophomores playing as well, so this is a rebuilding year for the Dartmouth Indians.
Yeah, this is what I call the dad team. Mr. Goyette, an outstanding player here in the New Bedford area. Mr. Dacey, an outstanding player, Charlie Dacey, also the coach over at Taunton High School. Brian Jalbert had a chance to play with his dad in some summer league teams. Rick Jalbert from Holy Family High School. Everybody remembers Rick Jalbert. And, of course, also on the team I found out tonight, Josh Bellistracci. And Josh Bellistracci is Coach Joe Bellistracci's son from Bishop Stang High School. So this is what I call the dad team.
And, of course, Josh is a cousin of Dante Bellistracci.
That's right.
You see the New Bedford High Whalers, the champions of that Florida tournament and of the Newport Holiday tournament. Their starting lineup is going to be the same as we've seen throughout the year, with Campini and DeSantos at the guards, Crowder and Bellistracci forwards, and Blair Ramos at center. A game like this, Bernie, after traveling the way they did and playing hard the way they did in those 2 tournaments, any possibility of maybe a little bit of a letdown?
No.
I don't think so. Not with Eddie Rogers.
I'll tell you why. Number one is because this team's offense is predicated around its defense. So right off the bat, you know they're going to come out, you know they're going to press, you know they're going to run up and down the court. And if you play the kind of defense New Bedford plays with the role that they've been on, it's very difficult for you not to be in a game mentally or physically, because you have to be in order to play the kind of defense they play, Keith. So, no, I don't think there'll be a letdown. If anything here, I think it's going to be interesting that Dante Bellistracci, playing against Dartmouth High School, could very easily have been playing for Dartmouth High School for the last 4 years. Probably would have set the school record for points if he had done that.
Probably would. Now we are awaiting the colors to be presented at center court. What a great crowd on hand. Of course, two local rivals, neighbors in terms of their communities, and good crowd on hand on this day before New Year's Eve as the color guard comes out and we will have our national anthem.
This will be the last high school game and the last national anthem for us before the year of 2000.
Yeah.
Wonder who's going to sing the last national anthem.
I guess they decided to bring the band.
Yeah, no one sang it. Instead, Coach Tom Toppy, Greg Parker, and Bob Huckabee getting together with their little band. They're available for weddings and for bar mitzvahs also.
They sound a lot larger than a three-piece band, don't they?
Well, they do a good job. I think it's really Bob on that organ that can do so many different types of sounds. I mean, he can make that thing actually stand up and speak.
Make that thing sing.
There you go.
Whalers happy to be home after a long road trip. They come in at 6-0, and they'll have almost half their schedule in before the new year. They'll have 7 games in after tonight. Dartmouth comes in at 2-1. Neither team has played a conference game as of yet. Next week, the Whalers will play 2 conference games. They'll be at Brockton on Tuesday. Then we'll be here next Friday when they host the Durfee Hilltoppers.
They have Central Catholic after that, so it's going to be a big week.
Charles Crowder and Ryan Goyette tip it up. And there's a change in the Whaler lineup as Leon Correa, number 25, starts for the Whalers tonight. And the Indians throw it out of bounds after winning the tip. Don't know if Blair Ramos is injured. Doesn't look like he is. May just be getting a breather. Correa has it up high. Santos, now Correa up to the top, to the right side, Campini. They swing it around. Matt DeSantos now as Dartmouth plays a zone. Campini will take a 3. It's no good, off the mark. Rebound up by DeSantos, no good. And Brian DeMello comes down with the rebound. Casey Granfield, point guard. Brian Jalbert being guarded by Correa as the Whalers are in the man-to-man to start things off. Jalbert drives, off the glass, no good. Rebound Correa. Oh, stolen away. Beautiful play by Granfield. He puts it up and in.
Yeah, good defensive play that time by KC.
Out into the front court. Crowder. DeSantos for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound taken by Brian Jalbert. Indians lead 2-0, just underway here from the Beardsworth Gonzalez gym. Jalbert in the corner being guarded by Correa. Down low, DeMello. He gets hemmed in, gives it back off now to Granfield. He looks to drive. Bounce pass inside, Goyette up, and it won't go. Ball out of bounds. It will be Dartmouth basketball.
This is a very young Dartmouth High School team, Keith. These guys stay together, play together, and over the next couple of years, they're going to have a very strong basketball team out there in Dartmouth.
They've got some pretty good size for a young team. 4-3, Chris Dacey, no good. Goyette gets the rebound. Jalbert, yes, check that, Granfield with the bucket.
Casey Granfield now with both buckets for the Dartmouth Indians. He's outscoring the Whalers 4-0.
It's 4-0, Dartmouth on top. Campini, bounce pass in the corner to Santos. Passes up to 3, lobs it back out and has it tipped away, but Correa will pick it up for New Bedford. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Campini with 5. Dante. Campini will take a 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Dante with the tip and the rebound. And the Whalers will set it back up. Swing it around. Correa inside Dante. Down baseline. Moves. Puts up the shot. He's fouled.
Yeah, Dante is so strong down low, and we've said it so many times before. You can see the body of the football player still intact after the football season over, and he is so strong. When he gets his hands on the ball, it's very, very difficult to take it away from him.
Ryan Jalbert with the foul, and Dante on the line to shoot 2. Again, 4 points away from 1,000. And he cannot make the first. Rattles in and out. Played 2.5 minutes, and the Whalers have yet to score. Misses them both. Crowder nearly had the rebound, but Dacey comes up with it for the Indians. Granfield, bounce pass down low. Beautiful to DeMello. Up, it won't go, but he's fouled underneath. And Eddie Rodrigues does not like what he sees, and he's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, that was a nice pass that time down low by Granfield, as he found DeMello on the baseline, and the timeout gets called by the Whalers, as Eddie's trying to make sure they understand that you can't sleepwalk through the game. Got to come out here and put the ball in the basket.
Timeout by the Whalers, with the Indians leading by a score of 4-0. And Whalers are getting the shot so far, Bernie, just not going down.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. You have one team that comes out there, the decided underdogs, every time they play the Whalers, especially in this gymnasium, the Dartmouth Indians. And they got a lot of adrenaline going right now, so they come out, they make some plays, they get a couple of baskets, the Whalers miss a couple of plays, and of course the Dartmouth fans are sitting back and saying, wow, could this be the big upset? But we're only a few minutes into the game, and sometimes you can get that lead on adrenaline. It's maintaining it throughout the game that really counts.
And I'm sure over the years, Coach Gasper has learned a thing or two on how to try to defend the Whalers, having played the Whalers every year.
Yeah, I'm sure he looks at this game just like the Whalers do when they go and play an opponent from out of the area. He looks at it as a way to make his team stronger. A couple of games against New Bedford, opportunity to play against the big school and make them stronger for their own schedule.
Brian DeMello on the line makes the first free throw. It is 5-0 Indians. And makes them both. 6-0, Dartmouth on top. And Dartmouth sort of pressing a little bit, 3/4 court, and they nearly throw it away. Campini in the corner now to DeSantos. Back to Aaron, they swing it around. Correa. Aaron right wing, Correa left wing. Bounces, picks it up. DeSantos inside the arc, yes.
Foul line jumper there by Matt DeSantos as he gets the Whalers off the mark, and now they'll immediately go into their full court press.
Ball kicked out of bounds. It will stay with Dartmouth. Get the ball in, DeMello. And they bring it over the timeline. DeMello guarded by Crowder, cross court, taken by Dacey. Jalbert has it now, up high above the arc. Looks to drive, gets double teamed. They swing it around the corner. Dacey will take a 3, no good. Nice rebound by Goyette. Pass inside is stolen away by Balistracci. Here come the Whalers. Crowder for 2.
Charles Crowder going to the basket and doing it well, as he usually does.
6-4, Dartmouth up by 2. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Dartmouth. John Leet, number 5, enters the ball game for the Whalers. First appearance tonight. DeMello gets it in and saved. Knocked out of bounds, but the Indians come back. They have numbers, 2-on-1. Jalbert stops and has to pull it back out. DeMello looks for the shot, passes it up. Jalbert, no good. Tipped, saved by Crowder. Balistracci now. Stops, spins, fades, no good. Crowder with the rebound, won't go. Goyette with the rebound for Dartmouth.
Whalers just not getting the ball to fall, not getting bad shots.
DeMello puts it up off the glass, no good, but he is fouled by John Leet.
John Leet, that'll be his first personal foul.
Second on the team for the Whalers. And Brian DeMello will be on the line to shoot 2.
DeMello already has 2 free throws on the night, is only 2 points.
And he's perfect from the line. And makes them both. 8-4 Dartmouth.
Crowd kind of quiet here, waiting for a New Bedford outburst.
DeSantos drives baseline, short jumper, rattles home. 8-6. Dartmouth gets it into the front court. Jalbert has it. Whalers drop back. Granfield has it in the corner. Looking for something down low. Will take a 3 high off the iron, no good. Dacey gets the rebound. Jalbert puts up the runner and it goes.
Woo. Brian Jalbert with his first 2 points of the night in the lane.
Dartmouth back up by 4. Dante looks to spin, loses control, and the Indians come up with it.
It's 3 turnovers now for the guys in white and red.
Dacey, cross court, Jalbert for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Goyette tries to save it, and they do. Jalbert gets it. Goyette, ball's on the floor, and the Whalers come up with it. 10:20 left in the first half.
Oh, there's a travel right there.
They didn't call it. Campini, DeSantos inside the arc. Off the back of the rim, no good. And Granfield comes up with it for Dartmouth. Jalbert drives, dishes off underneath. It goes out of bounds. It will be Whaler basketball.
4 turnovers for Dartmouth, and here's a surprising stat for you with 10 minutes to play in the first half, Keith, and that's the fact that the Whalers are being out-rebounded 9-4 by the Dartmouth Indians.
Josh Balistracci's in the ball game for Dartmouth. And Leon Correa comes in for the Whalers. New Bedford with the basketball, trailing 10-6. They have not led in this ball game. Campini breaks the double team. Correa will take the jumper. It won't go. John Leet with the save, but he saved it as he was going out of bounds. DeMello gets it in for the Indians. Picks up his dribble, Granfield does, and gives it off to Jalbert. And they break the press. DeMello in the front court. That's Goyette from the baseline. He makes it.
Ryan Goyette with his first 2 points of the night, so the Dartmouth Indians double up the Whalers, 12-6.
And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It's their biggest lead of the ball game for Dartmouth. They led at 6-0 and now at 12-6.
Let's give the Indians credit. They're out there hustling on the defensive side and trying to make some things happen.
And so far they have. Correa traveled.
Well, another foolish turnover for the Whalers. That's 5 turnovers now against the New Bedford High School Whalers. Many of them the unforced variety.
Indians get it in. Now Granfield gets double teamed right away, and they get it up the court to Josh Balistracci, who will bring it up into the front court. Jalbert, now Granfield up high, being guarded by Campini. Josh Balistracci on the right wing. Nearly has it stolen away. They're going to call a kick ball on who? On the Whalers, I believe. And New Bedford's going to call another timeout. 8 minutes and 57 seconds left in the first half. Whalers still not hitting their stride yet. They trail 12-6.
No, they just really haven't gotten into the rhythm of the game so far. The Dartmouth Indians just hustling on the defensive end, and the Whalers turning the ball over 5 times here early in the contest, not being able to get the ball to drop Whalers have made 3 buckets, and they have taken a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 shots. So they're 3 for 11 from the floor, according to my stat sheet here, and being out-rebounded 9-5. On the other side, Dartmouth has hit on 4 buckets, and they have taken a total of 10 shots. So they're shooting it at around 40% and shooting it a little bit better.
And being a young team, Bernie, I guess a team like the Indians don't really have a problem of being intimidated by a New Bedford type team. Being young, they probably just let's play and let's do the best we can. And so far, they're winning the battle so far.
Listen, I mean, Steve Gasper probably has the best pregame speech coming into this gym. He says these guys just won 2 tournaments. We're playing in their house, and they're the big school, we're the small school. So we have nothing to lose, just go out there and play. And I'll tell you what, when you play that way, you play loose, anything can happen.
Josh Balistracci gets it in. He does to DeMello in the right corner. Back to Balistracci. Jalbert passes up the shot, now will take it from inside the arc, and he hits it. That's a 2. Biggest lead for Dartmouth, 14-6. Whalers down by 8. And they throw it away.
And again, they continue to make, foolish mistakes, the unforced error. And Coach Eddie Rodrigues knows he's got a lot of time in this game. They put on one of these bursts, but you don't want to let this thing get too far out of hand. That time, a little upset with the way the defense has put itself on the floor.
DeMello with the shot, no good. Dante with the rebound. Whalers look to run, but the Indians get back. Swing it in the corner. Leak will take a 3. Air ball, long. Jalbert with the rebound for Dartmouth. Josh Balistracci. Bounce pass down low to DeMello. Josh gets it back, will take a 3. Yes! Oh my goodness.
Great shot there by Josh as he faked the man out. Good fake, good ball fake, and then let it fly with the one-hander and nothing but net.
It is an 11-point Dartmouth lead, 17-6, 7:43 left in the first half. Campini for 3, no good off the iron. Dante with the rebound. Correa inside, has it swatted away by Goyette.
Well, the Whalers are seeing some very interesting things happen right now to their team on the floor.
Preston Raymond in the ball game for New Bedford, and Leon Correa sits out. Raymond up high, now Dante at the free throw line, drives the lane, has it blocked, but he's fouled. Indians looking for a jump ball, but they're not going to get it. Foul is going to be on Brian Jalbert. That's his second foul.
Jalbert get in there to try to block the shot and tie Dante up. It's a good way to get your hand broken. He's so strong.
All right, Dante on the line to shoot 2. Still looking for his first points in the ball game. Again, if you're just joining us, Dante needs 4 points for 1,000 in his high school career. He now needs 3.
That brings him 1 point closer.
And only gets 1. Ball tipped up out of bounds. It's going to be Whaler basketball.
I was kidding with Coach Rodrigues before the game, and I said to him, so the first 2 plays, you're going to run them to Dante, get this 1,000-point
Get it over with.
He said, I hope we get it over with early, but it hasn't been that way. 7:23 to go, and Dante's still 3 points short.
Whalers swinging around in the corner. John Leet, Raymond up high. He will take a 3. Way off the mark. Crowder with the rebound.
Boy, doesn't he do that well? I mean, Charles Crowder really is an offensive weapon off the offensive boards.
17-9. Dartmouth up by 8 as we are at the 7-minute mark of the first half. In the ball game for Dartmouth is Kyle Roy, number 11. Weaving through is Granfield, but he's fouled on the way through by the Whalers. It's going to be on Aaron Campini.
I was talking about this being the team where so many fathers have played basketball locally and coached locally. Do you think that Kyle Roy might be related to Mike Roy, former Westport coach?
Possibly. Granfield for 3, off the mark, no good. And who's got it? Leet's got it, and he brings it under control. Whalers in the front court. Campini up high, back to Raymond on the right wing. Puts up the shot off the glass and in.
Preston Raymond, I was told he played extremely well in the 2 tournaments and really came into his own during the tournament time.
17-11. Indians up by 6. Whalers have scored 5 straight points.
I was going to say, the other thing we were told before the game, Keith, is that they have been struggling with the offense. It's been their defense that's been so good. And tonight, right now, we're seeing that struggling with the shooting part because they really are shooting a very poor percentage here in the first half.
Roy, nice pass inside Goyette, and he gets the bucket.
Goyette established position down low. Nobody boxing him out on the baseline.
19-11, 7-point Indian lead. Dante cutting Leet. (19-13). Granfield will bring it into the front court. DeMello drives in the lane. No call. Ball is on the floor, and Josh Balistracci has it for Dartmouth. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Roy has it stolen away by Dante. Outlet pass, Leet. Oh, knocked out of bounds by Goyette. Wow. And by the way, Goyette is a freshman.
Leet heading down the lane and feeling the heat as they just knocked it out of bounds.
Pat Wynn, number 31's in the ball game for the Whalers. He replaces Leet in the New Bedford lineup.
It's one of those nasty blocks. That was like, just don't be bringing that stuff in
Dante
here.
for 3, off the mark, no good. Raymond's going to be called with a foul over the back. That's his first foul, 4th on the Whalers. Indians get the ball in. They lead by 6 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half. And Granfield loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought maybe they were going to call a foul that time on Campini, but instead they called the ball out.
Aaron brings the ball into the front court for the Whalers. Prayman on the right wing. Campini for 3, a long way out, and he hits it. It's a 3-point ball game.
His first basket of the night.
19-16. Dartmouth still on top. They've led throughout. DeMello inside has it blocked by Dante, but they're going to call Balistracci with the foul. And DeMello will be on the line to shoot 2.
See Mike Borden there, or one of our officials, making the call. The other official, Paul Borkman, under the basket with the ball.
And DeMello is perfect from the free throw line tonight.
5 for 5. 5 points from the line.
Leon Correa is back in the ball game, replacing Dante Balistracci. And DeMello swishes them both. 21-16, a 5-point Indian lead. Campini in the front court. Now Raymond has it. Aaron saves it in, bounce pass to Wynn down low. He's double teamed. They swing it around. Raymond inside has it blocked by Goyette, but gets it back. Takes it again. Air ball. Crowder saves it inbounds. Campini looks for the 3. Correa will drive, puts up the scoop shot, and it goes.
That's a very nice move there by Leon Correa.
21-18.
Taking it down the left side and a little underhand scoop off the window.
4 minutes left in the first half. Pass down low, Goyette wisely out to Balistracci. Wide open 3, he's got it.
Josh got himself a shot from out there. He's 2 for 2 from three-point land.
24-18. Campini, a long 3. He's got it.
Nice.
Exchanging 3-pointers. And it's a 3-point game. Granfield gets pressured, lobs it into DeMello. He gets double teamed. Ball is nearly stripped away. Down low is Goyette, and he traveled.
I'll tell you, that's a tough call there because he had 2 guys on him. He was double teamed. Goyette was just looking for some daylight. They call him for the travel. Could have gone the other way. It could have been a foul call.
Charlie Vrakis, number 30, is in the ball game for the Indians. Whalers down by 3. Campini looks to tie it. He does.
Oh, Campini's on fire now. 3 straight trifectas.
Tied at 24. 3:08 left in the first half. Roy keeps it in. Lobs down low to Vrekas. He loses control but gets it back. Inside Goyette, nice move. Can't get it to go. Vrekas with the rebound. That won't go. Wynn gets the rebound for the Whalers. Here comes Campini. He's had the hot hand. He's going to try again for 3 and hits again for 3.
That's 4 for 4. 4 for his last 4.
And Dartmouth wants a timeout. 2:32 left in the first half, and the Whalers have taken their first lead 27-24 thanks to Aaron Campini.
Yeah, you know, Eddie Rodrigues told me before the game, if there's one guy that I cannot afford to lose on the floor right now, it's our point guard, Aaron Campini, because he's the guy that comes down and makes so many things happen in a positive way. And we don't want to lose him. We want him more involved with the offense. Well, he's gotten involved with the offense in the last few minutes here, coming up with 4 3-pointers, knocking them down, and giving his team a lead after they were down by as many as 9 points. And I'll tell you what, when you look at what's happening at Dartmouth right now, I mean, you have to ask yourself this question. You say, here's a team that came in here, that stayed in here, that had the lead. They showed a lot of poise when they had the lead. As soon as New Bedford made a run at them, that's when the poise started to disappear. Now, they're a young team. They're going to get better at this. But this is what Coach Gasper's going to do. He's going to get them on the side and say, hey, guys, you had the lead. Just because they make a run at you, let's not lose that poise we had. Let's do what we've been doing that works and get the ball down low, look for the open shot, move the ball around, and hit the open man because it was working, and it will work again. Just don't lose your poise.
Campini, as you said, Bernie, 4 for 4 on the 3-pointers. He has 12 points for the Whalers. And the Indians get the ball in. The Whalers will play back. Josh Balistracci. Now the Whalers will double team, nearly stolen away. And they're going to call a foul on Preston Raymond, and Casey Granfield comes up limping a bit.
Casey came down a little awkward on that ankle. Might have turned it a little bit. He's looking over to the bench.
And Coach Gaspar is going to bring in a replacement. It's going to be DeMello coming back in.
Coach Gaspar showing you all those years of coaching experience. Didn't want to call a timeout himself and waste one. He's yelling, Paul, he's hurt. Trying to get the official to give him an opportunity.
I think the first thing he said was for Granfield to fall to the floor. Josh Balistracci has it. Dacey back in the ball game as well for the Indians. He has it. Gets it back, cross court, Josh Balistracci. Looked at the 3 and passed it up, and Pat Wynn is right in his face, and they throw it away.
Josh trying to make a difficult bounce pass that time and turnover for the first one, I believe, out of that point position for Josh. Not a bad little ratio.
Correa, baseline, out to Preston Raymond. Free throw line, Crowder, Raymond, off the glass and in.
Preston Raymond now with 4 points as he takes it strong to the glass.
11 straight points for the Whalers. They lead 29-24.
If you're going to come into this building and beat New Bedford, you've got to withstand these kinds of charges that they come up with, because you know it's a matter of time before they do this.
Preston Raymond's going to be called with a foul. That will be the 7th team foul. So the Indians will be shooting 1-1, and that is Raymond's 3rd.
Yeah, that should be his 3rd personal foul, and that's going to bring John Lead off the bench.
And Lead comes back in. 1:32 left here in our first half. And Chris Dacey on the line to shoot 1-1. And he makes the first. Indians doing a good job from the free throw line. Have they missed any? I don't think they've missed any yet today.
Actually, right now they are 7 for 7 from the foul line.
8 for 8, 29-26.
It's like turning back the clock and watching Charlie Dacey shoot a basketball.
Crowder out deep now, Campini. Correa, cross court, Leak cuts off the glass, it won't go. Tipped up Wynn, that won't go. Out of bounds, it will be Whaler basketball.
Pat Wynn had an opportunity that time with the cripple under the basket, but not able to get it to fall.
Leon Correa will inbound the ball for the Whalers. 1:14 left in the first half of play. Whalers move it around. Wynn looks to drive, picks up his dribble, back out to Correa. He will take a shot from inside the arc and hit it. That's a 2. 31-26. Whalers up by 5. Dacey in the front court. Under a minute left. DeMello in the corner. Inside Goyette for the easy bucket.
There you go. That's what was working before. They had good ball movement and looking for the open man.
31-28. Leet on the left wing. Cross court now to Correa. Under 30 seconds left in the first half. Bounce pass Wynn. He's double teamed, puts up the fake, puts up the ball, no good, tips it up again, won't go. Third time, yes.
Good hustle down underneath there by Pat Wynn.
32-28, we have 12 seconds left. Roy drives, has it swatted away, but he's fouled on the way through. So he will go to the line. Foul is on Pat Wynn. So Kyle Roy will go to the free throw line for 2 shots with 6 seconds left in the first half.
One of the things that we have not seen at all here in the first half is we have not seen Blair Ramos.
He's on the bench, doesn't look like he's injured. Maybe just giving him a break. And he makes them both, so the Indians still perfect from the free throw line tonight. And they trail the Whalers by 3 with 6 seconds left. Leet. Campini at the buzzer. Short. Well, it's been an entertaining first half of basketball. Dante Balistracci still needs 3 points for 1,000. At the break, it is New Bedford 33, Dartmouth 30. We'll take a break and have our second half coming up right after this.
There's potential around here, and that's why Special Olympics needs you here. As an athlete, a coach, a volunteer. Special Olympics, it's training for life.
Test, not just of strength, but of the power of the mind. And if you complete the journey, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Keith Tebow and Bernie Picanisco back here at the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym. The New Bedford High Whalers leading the Dartmouth Indians at halftime by a score of 33-30. And a game, Bernie, which the Indians held the lead from the opening tip to about 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half.
Yeah, they were doing a great job at one point. They had out-rebounded the Whalers by a margin of 9-5, I believe it was. And they were doing a good job of looking for the open man, moving the basketball around, tightening up on the defense, and not losing their cool. They really were out there playing with a tremendous amount of poise. But then the Whalers put on one of their spurts, and that's what happens when you play New Bedford, especially here at home. They go into one of their spurts where the press begins to work, and they start knocking down some shots. And let's key Aaron Campini, who's got 12 points to lead all scorers here, with being the guy that got New Bedford the lead, because he came up with 4 consecutive three-pointers to give the Whalers the lead. You can see the scoring pretty even after that. Matt DeSantos, Leon Correa, Charles Crowder, and Preston Raymond, all with 4 points apiece. 2 points for John Leet, 2 points for Pat Wynn, and 1 point, surprisingly, for Dante Balistracci. And if you're wondering about Blair Ramos, he will not be playing this game at all, and that's a coach's decision at this point in time.
Dante Balistracci, as we said earlier, if you're just joining us, needed 4 points coming into this game to reach 1,000 in his career at New Bedford High School. And as Bernie just mentioned, has only 1 in the first half, so he still needs 3. I'm confident he'll get it in the second half. And the Indians, though, Bernie, that young squad, doing a good job in spreading their offense around.
Yeah, they look real good. 6 points for Brian DeMello, 6 points for Ryan Goyette, 6 points for Josh Balistracci, knocking down a couple of threes from way downtown. Brian Jalbert with 4, Casey Granfield with 4, and 2 points for Chris Dacey. Dartmouth shot 10 for 20 from the floor, Keith, in the first half, while the Whalers were 14 of 34.
Whalers will get the ball with a 3-point lead as we begin the second half. Last half of basketball for the year, for the century, for the millennium, whatever.
This is it.
This is it.
100 years of sports, and high school basketball for New Bedford will be over for the 1900s tonight.
Dante for 2. He's 1 point away.
That sounds dramatic, huh?
I know, really. 35-30. Whalers up by 5. Jalbert has it. Both teams have their starters in from earlier in the game. Granfield, Goyette in the lane, high shot, no good. DeMello gets the rebound. Gets double teamed right away, and they swing it back out. Jalbert. Granfield up high, bounce pass to Dacey. Looks down low, can't find it. Back out to Granfield, has it stripped. Campini will go all the way, and the Whalers have a 7-point lead.
And it's keyed by the defense again. 14 points now for Aaron Campini.
Biggest lead for the Whalers, 7 points, 37-30. Goyette in the front court. Stops, puts it up high off the glass, and it goes.
Ryan Goyette looked like a Robert Parrish rainbow.
Whalers bring it in. Campini now to Correa. Matt DeSantos will take a 3. Yes. 40-32. Whalers open it up a bit. They nearly steal it away.
Still got to get it over half court here.
And they barely do. Goyette has it blocked out of bounds by Charles Crowder.
Yeah, Crowder just doing a great job rotating to the ball.
You can tell the experience difference there. Freshman Goyette didn't know he had anyone behind him, and Crowder did a good job. Granfield for 3, no good. Dante with the rebound. Here come the Whalers. Crowder comes back the other way and puts it in. 10-point lead for the Whalers, 42-32. And they double team right away in the press. DeMello. And they get it over the timeline. Barely again. Jalbert has it. Granfield, who twisted his ankle in the first half. Dacey will take a 3. No good. Tipped up and taken by Correa. Whalers look to run. Out went past Dante. There it is. 1,000 points for Dante Balistracci.
1,001 to be exact.
And they stop the game. And there'll be a little presentation here for Balistracci and the fans on their feet. Standing ovation for the Whaler senior as he hits the 1,000-point milestone.
Well, I'll tell you what, Keith, he has been so much fun to watch. Couldn't happen to a nicer kid. Eddie Roderick's presenting him with a plaque. Couldn't happen to a nicer kid. They're going to take the plaque over to the sidelines. He works hard. He's I guess a 4-year starter for both basketball and football, and that's very rare here at New Bedford High School. And comes from a great family, good people, and I'll tell you what, he deserves all the good things that come his way.
And he's getting congratulations from the Dartmouth players as well. And now back to action. Whalers have their biggest lead. It is a 12-point Whaler lead, 44-32. They have outscored Dartmouth 11-2 here in the second half, and they steal it again, and Leet won't get it to go. Dante tips it in.
Well, Dante with 3 straight baskets here now to start the second half after only 1 point in the first half.
And Dartmouth starting to unravel a bit, and Coach Steve Gaspar wants a timeout. 13-15 left in the second half, and this is the Whaler basketball we're used to seeing. It's Whalers up by 14, 46-32.
Yeah, the Indians have done a very good job coming in here and keeping their poise for as long as they did, but when you don't face this kind of constant pressure, the way the Whalers can put it on you defensively, and we've been hearing that they've been playing their best defense throughout the 2 tournaments in Florida and Newport. If you don't face that, if you don't see that very often, it can be very intimidating, especially to young players that are seeing it for the very first time. I mean, these kids are 1 year removed in some cases from playing JV basketball.
I'd like to remind you that our first game of the new millennium on New Bedford Education Classes. I'm sick of saying that. That's going to be the end. That's going to be the end. I'm sick of hearing it and saying it. We'll be next week. We'll be back here at the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym next Friday, which is the 7th of January, as the Whalers will take on their arch rival, the Durfee Hilltoppers. And play will resume with the Whalers having the basketball and a 14-point lead. Campini bounce past Dante up high, gives it back to Aaron. Indians in a zone, swinging around. Dante back out to Leet, bounce pass stolen away by Jalbert. Whalers man-to-man defense. Dacey, guarded by Leet, puts it on the floor, has it tipped away, and the Whalers have it. Correa tries to fight and is going to be called with the foul. Actually, his foul is going to be called on the Indians. It's going to be on DeMello, and I believe that's his first of the ball game. First foul here in the second half. Whalers will inbound the ball. Correa has it. Lee gets it back in the corner. Bounce pass inside. Crowder has it blocked. Ooh, looked like a good block from here, but they're going to call a foul on the Indians, and it's going to be on. And it's going to be on Jalbert.
That's going to be, I believe, his 3rd personal foul on Brian Jalbert.
Yes, it is. 2nd on the team, and Charles Crowder be on the line to shoot 2.
Crowder with 6 points, had 4 of those in the first half.
Makes the first.
Whalers were 1 of 4 in the first half from the free throw line, just not getting it done. This is their first foul shot of the second half. Charles changed his look from last year. Remember he had that real close haircut, sort of like Matt DeSantos.
Yep.
Now he's grown some hair and looks a little bit older.
11 straight points for the Whalers, and they steal it. Leet, nice pass to Correa.
Very unselfish play that time by Leet. He had a shot and gave it up to the man who had the better shot.
18-point Whaler lead now, 50-32. Jalbert back, blocked, swatted away by Crowder. And it's a foul in the backcourt. It's going to be on the Indians. It's going to be on DeMello. That is his 2nd foul, I believe. 3rd on the Indians.
Well, Jalbert that time went up with his first move, and one of the things he'll learn over time is that one head fake, and guys like the New Bedford Whalers will jump out of the building, and then you can draw the foul as you're making the shot.
Josh Balistracci comes into the ball game for the Dartmouth Indians. It's been all Whalers here in the second half. Leet for 3, off the mark, no good. And Jalbert with the rebound. 17-2 run here in the second half for the Whalers. Granfield being guarded closely by Campini, dishes it off Goyette in the lane, has it swatted away, but there's going to be a foul on Charles Crowder. Hit the ball, but also got part of the arm.
That Goyette, though, taking it up strong that time. Again, we talked about him being a freshman.
And Goyette will shoot 2. Kind of pushes it off, and that's off the mark.
8 points on the night for Ryan Goyette. This is his first trip to the foul line.
That's the first missed free throw for the Indians in this ball game, I believe.
You are right.
And they misses both. Correa with the rebound. Campini. Bounce pass down low. Crowder off the glass, no good. Dante looks to tip it up, but Crowder gets the rebound and the putback. A 20-point Whaler lead. Jalbert. Indians looking for any momentum. Josh Balistracci for 3, no good. Jalbert with the rebound and the putback.
Got inside position that time on Charles Crowder for the putback. A nice move there by young Mr. Jalbert.
That stems a 15-0 run by the Whalers. Leet has it tipped away. Correa has it for New Bedford. 13 on the shot clock. Inside Leet in the lane. Balistracci baseline jumper short. And taken down by Jalbert for the Indians. Outlet pass to Mello. And he traveled.
That's going to be turnover number 4 in the second half now for the Dartmouth Indians, and that's 12 overall in the contest.
10:45 left in the second half. Leet inside the arc. Jumper off the glass. No good. He gets the tip back. Bounce pass inside Crowder. Fakes. Still has it. Puts it back on the floor. Has it blocked. Gets it back. Blocked again, but he's fouled. Second and third effort there by Charles Crowder pays off.
Yeah, that's what I like watching with this young man. I mean, Charles just doesn't quit. I mean, he's under the backboard. He just goes back up, back up, back up. He is relentless. It's like he's playing volleyball off the glass half the time.
Brian Jalbert with the foul. That is his 4th. And Crowder misses the first free throw. Preston Raymond will come back in the ball game for New Bedford, replacing John Leet.
Whalers now 3 for 7 from the foul line. They have not been impressive from the charity stripe.
Crowder misses them both. Tipped up. Raymond gets the rebound, and he traveled. And Kyle Roy enters the ball game, and Jalbert will sit out with 4 fouls. And Dartmouth has the basketball. They trail by 18 points. They had the lead, the Indians did, for most of the first half. And a foul is going to be called on Dante Balistracci.
That's going to be his 3rd, I believe.
It's the second foul on the team here in the second half. Tipped away. Goyette has it. Bounce past Roy, but he has to pull it back out. Granfield has his shot blocked. And now they steal it away. Goyette with the bucket.
Good hustle that time by Ryan Goyette. He now has 10 points.
52-36. Campini will take a 3. Got another one.
Aaron with 5 3-pointers on the night out of the 8 that he's attempted.
55-36. Under 10 minutes left. Roy wide open. He hits a 3. Nice release there by the young man.
Yeah. Do we know for sure that it's Kyle Roy and not Kyle Roy?
Well, I'm French. Even though I'm French, I would pronounce it Roy. Americanized version. Correa will take a 3. He hits it.
This is just turning into a 3-point shooting contest now.
58-39. And the ball is knocked out of bounds, and it will be Dartmouth basketball.
One of the young students waving his hand as he threw the ball back in.
Indians look to get it into the front court, and they do. Josh Balistracci gets it back. Quickly gets double teamed, weaves through it. Right up in the lane, nearly makes a good move. It's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Indians with 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Josh trying to go behind his back that time and take it down the lane.
Josh looks to get it in. He does. Granfield looks for the 3. They got 5 on the shot clock. And they're going to call a foul on Aaron Campini for New Bedford.
It's going to be his 2nd personal foul, Keith.
3rd team foul on the Whalers. Neither team in real foul trouble, as the Indians have 4 in the second half. Granfield, as Whalers now show a zone defensively. Indians look to swing it around. Granfield up high, being guarded by Campini. Now it's Balistracci. Roy will take a 3 off the front of the rim, no good. And they're going to call a foul on Goyette as Campini fell to the ground. 8:35 left here in our second half.
Whalers with a comfortable 19-point lead right now, and one little spurt, that's all it took.
Yeah, I'm sure in the first half, though, Coach Eddie Rodrigues had a few extra gray hairs as the Indians broke out on top and actually had a lead of 10 points in the first half. Roy will take a three, hits it.
Kyle Roy with his second three-pointer in this last couple of minutes and 8 points on the night.
58-42. Halfway through the second half. Raymond in the lane, not going to call traveling, I believe. And the Whalers want a timeout. 7:58 left here in the second half, and it's been all New Bedford here in this second stanza as they lead 58-42.
Well, the Whalers, as we said, came out with two bursts in this game. The first burst came in the midway through, three-quarters of the way through the first half when Campini got hot. Whalers turned up the defense a little bit, the defensive pressure, and Dartmouth lost its poise just for a couple of minutes, and that was all it took for the Whalers to get a lead at halftime. And then they came out and they started the second half by immediately putting a lot of pressure on the Dartmouth Indians, created some turnovers. Balistracci got off the mark early for 3 straight baskets, and again, that little spurt was all it took to give the Whalers a lead, up to as many as 19 points. Now a 16-point lead and a very comfortable lead with about 7:58 to play here. We haven't seen Blair Ramos all night. If you're wondering why, it's the coach's decision. And as far as some of the other players on the team, they've all picked up their pace a little bit. Charles Crowder especially underneath, and Aaron Campini from the outside.
And Dante Balistracci has reached the 1,000-point mark in his New Bedford High School career. Didn't come till the second half, however, as he only had 1 point in the first and still is not playing his usual game. He's still good off the boards, but points are a little bit below his average tonight. Indians have the basketball. And they bring it into the front court. This is Josh Balistracci, has it kicked away, and it will stay with the Indians. They will reset the shot clock.
Now, did you tell me earlier that Josh is also a freshman?
Not quite sure. I copied a Dartmouth roster. They weren't any provided for us, so I didn't have a chance to write the years. I know that Goyette is a freshman. DeMello underneath is fouled on the way up by Charles Crowder.
Well, the point of what I was going to say, Keith, is as you watch this Dartmouth team now for the rest of this game, keep in mind it's a very young team playing a very good team that just came off of 2 tournament wins in their own building. And if you look at the fact that a lot of these kids are freshmen and sophomores, I mean, this is going to be a very good team 2 years from now.
DeMello makes the first free throw.
Balistracci's got some great poise as a point guard. DeMello, Goyette, Jalbert underneath, playing strong.
DeMello makes 1 of 2. It is 58-43, and Raymond comes back for 2 for the Whalers.
Crowd goes crazy, and why not? Everybody loves Raymond.
There you go. 60-43, 17-point lead. Josh Balistracci for 3, no good. Goyette with the rebound and the putback.
Ryan Goyette now with a dozen points.
Under 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Lob pass down low. Dante, turn around. Off the back of the rim, no good. Crowder with the rebound.
Boy, it's amazing to me. The guy is so active, and they never box this guy out. I mean, team after team, he just kills off the offensive glass.
62-45.
Dozen points for Charles.
Is he in charge?
Yeah, and he's got 8 rebounds, and 7 of those are offensive rebounds. I guess he's Charles in charge.
Granfield for 3. Off the iron, no good. And Goyette gets the rebound. He can't put it back. Crowder gets it for New Bedford. They got a 2-on-1, but Campini will take it all the way.
19 points now for Aaron. He's the game's high scorer.
64-45. We're going to call a foul in the backcourt. It's going to be on Preston Raymond, and that may be his 4th, I believe.
Well, if it is on Preston, that is his 4th personal foul, so he'll pick up some aluminum chair.
Ray Texera. It's padded, though. Ray Texera comes into the ball game for the Whalers.
We used to say he'll pull up some pine, but I had to catch myself.
Goyette has it blocked. Campini comes back for the Whalers, weaves his way all the way through, can't get it to fall. And getting the rebound is Granfield for Dartmouth. He stops, pops, off the back of the rim, no good. Whalers will slow the pace a little bit as we have 5:38 left to go in the ball game. Lob pass inside, Dante. Campini will take a three, off the rim, no good. Crowder with another rebound.
Isn't this amazing? I mean, just watch this young man, play after play. Nobody puts a body on him. He's so active.
21-point Whaler lead, 66-45. Goyette all the way, as it blocked again, this time by Texera. Now I'm sure you'll be seeing Coach Eddie Roderick soon emptying the bench, getting some playing time for some of his other players. Bounce pass down low, Crowder, Dante in the lane, goes up, won't go. Crowder with another rebound and another putback.
Yeah, you know, that time I watched him very closely. He got the offensive rebound. He just spun off his man. I believe it was number 11, Kyle Roy, that was in front of him. Never boxed him out, spun around him, and got to the open spot.
Steal, Texera, and ball. Dante still fighting on the floor, but Goyette has it for Dartmouth. Roy in the lane, backs it out. Balistracci for three. No. Campini with the rebound. Outlet pass for Dante. And he's fouled by K.C. Granfield.
We had a newspaper nightmare for a moment there when Dante Balistracci was going after the loose ball, and Josh Balistracci, his cousin on the Dartmouth team, was also going after the same loose ball. Can you imagine the caption under that photo? Balistracci and Balistracci go after ball. There wouldn't be enough room on the paper to do that.
Whalers are about to bring a couple of players in. Pat Wynn will re-enter the ball game, and the Indians will also bring a couple of fresh legs, a couple of pairs of fresh legs into the ball game. Dante's first shot is off the rim, no good.
Dante's struggling from the foul line tonight, only 1 of 5 from the free throw line.
Pat Wynn and Ebony Owens in the ball game for the Whalers. Charlie Vrakis, Chris Dacey back in the ball game for the Indians, as is Brian Jalbert. Dante cannot make either free throw. And Goyette comes down with the rebound for the Indians. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. Dacey. Jalbert up high in the lane. There'll be a foul on the way through on the Whalers. It's going to be on Pat Wynn. And Sterling Telfair into the ball game for the Whalers. He replaces Aaron Campini. Lone starter in the ball game for the Whalers is Dante Balistracci. Granfield up high. Dacey has it now. Granfield in the lane, dumps it off. Jalbert will take a three. Yes.
Brian Jalbert knocking down a three. That's 5 points in the second half, 9 overall for the young freshman.
68-48, and the Indians steal it. And Granfield loses it, and the Whalers lose it out of bounds as Telfair stole the ball, but he had a foot out of bounds as Nick Mangini enters the ball game, and Dante Balistracci will sit out the remainder of the ball game, being the 5th Whaler boy to go over 1,000 points in his career. And New Bedford will call a timeout. 3:36 left to go in this ball game, and it's been all Whalers in the second half. They lead by 18, check that by 20 rather, 68-48.
I was going to say, when you said 18, that must be that Durfee education at work.
Hey, wait a minute. Just because they're coming in next week.
For all those New Bedford fans out there. Right now, 3:36 to play, Keith, and it has been all New Bedford. This is a good opportunity now for Coach Rogers to get some of the other guys that don't normally get the opportunity to play a lot, an opportunity to get some minutes. As you said, coming up next week, the Whalers are going to have to take on Brockton. They're going to have to take on Central Catholic. They're also going to play against the Durfee High School Hilltoppers. So 3 games against 3 tough opponents, and then after that, I was talking with Tom Tarpey before the game, and he was telling me their schedule. They've got 3 more tough games the week after that with Cambridge, I believe it is, and a couple of other Boston teams.
And toward the end of January, we'll be here for the Jamaica-New York game, the annual game that's Whalers have played for the past 3 or 4 years now, maybe a little longer than that. In the ball game now for the Indians is Dylan McNamara, number 24. Granfield out to Jalbert. He will take a 3. Yes. Jalbert on fire. 2 3-pointers in a row.
12 points now for Brian Jalbert.
68-51. Wynn pull-up jumper at short. And Jalbert gets the rebound. 3:10 left in our ball game. Whalers up by 17 points. Granfield out to Jalbert. Granfield gets it back, loses it off his foot, and Telfair gets it for the Whalers. Texera over to Telfair. Back to Texera, they swirl it around. Ebony Owens, line drive 3, no good. Jalbert with the rebound. In the corner, Dacey for 3, in and out. Ray Texera with the rebound for New Bedford. Ebony Owens, baseline, pushes it back out to Ray Texera. And he double dribbled.
Well, it hasn't been an artistic beauty for the entire game, that's for sure. But now with the Whalers up by 17, I think Coach Eddie Rogers' hair will remain the same color and won't go as gray.
No. There's plenty of time for the rest of the year to worry about more gray hairs. Granfield up high, now Dacey looking down low, no one available. Granfield will take a 3 off the back of the rim, no good. And the ball is fought for and stolen away by Jalbert. He looks to drive and he puts up a shot. That won't go, but he's fouled. It's going to be on Nick Mangini.
That'll be the first foul on Nick Mangini. Just came in the game a little while ago.
And we have 2:04 left, and Jalbert will be on the line to shoot 2. Short with the first.
Jalbert with 12 points and 8 rebounds in this contest.
And he makes 1 of 2. 68-52. Under 2 minutes left. Ebony Owens outside the 3-point arc, and he'll set up, play up. Gets it back, will fire a 3 and hit a 3. 71-52. 1:40 left.
The old comment that said so often in New Bedford, if you're sitting on the bench for the Whalers, more than likely you could start for most of the teams in the other area.
Granfield for 3, yes.
So it's no surprise when the Whalers go deep into their bench and they still come out and knock down shots.
Ebony Owens. Now back out to Telfair on the left side. Wynn down low. Has it stolen away by Dacey. And blocked beautifully by Texera, but he was on the end line. So it will be Dartmouth basketball. One minute, 4 seconds left here in the ball game. Dacey looks to get it in down low. He has to get it in. Granfield has it in the corner. He's double teamed and is knocked out of bounds. It will remain with the Indians. Jalbert will take a 3. Off the rim, no good. Mangini with the rebound. Under a minute to go in our ball game. Whalers will improve to 7-0, and the Indians will drop to 2-2. Telfair has it stolen away by Dacey. And Dacey puts it up and in, and there's a foul.
It's a nice move to the basket that time by Chris Dacey, only his 3rd and 4th points of the night, but good strong move with the left hand, took it strong to the basket.
Sterling Telfair with the foul. That's his first. 8th team foul on the Whalers, and with 30 seconds left, Chris Dacey will try to complete a three-point play. And he does it, it's short, and Wynn gets the rebound. 71-57. Telfair, check that. That is Ebony Owens with the bucket. No, Sterling Telfair, I was right the first time. 73-57. McNamara up high. Now Jalbert, under 10 seconds left. Granfield for three off the mark. And it goes out of bounds. It will be Whaler basketball. 6 seconds left.
Well, the Whalers are going to walk away with a victory on their home court as the clock is ticking down and the Whalers just get it up court. Going to take a shot here?
Wynn puts it up and it won't go. So as you said, Bernie, it wasn't pretty for the Whalers tonight, but they got the job done nonetheless, as the Indians did a good job early forcing the play, had a lead up into the 2-minute 32-second mark of the first half, but the Whalers had a 3-point lead at the break, opened it up early, and go home with a 73-57 victory.
All right, let's run down some scoring for you very quickly. The high man in the ball game was Aaron Campini, who had 19 points for the Whalers. Charles Crowder, great job off the offensive glass. Nobody boxing him out, and Crowder took advantage as he ended up with 16 points along with 10 rebounds, 9 of those off the offensive glass. 7 points for Dante Bellistracci. He reaches the 1,000-point mark, becomes the 5th New Bedford High School player to do so as far as the boys are concerned. 7 points for Matt DeSantos, 6 points for Preston Raymond, 2 points for John Leet, and 9 points for Leon Correa, 2 points for Pat Wynn, 3 for Ebony Owens, 2 points for Sterling Telfair for a total of 73. On the other side, as you see the crowd filing out of the building for Dartmouth, they were led by Brian Jalbert, who had 13 points, 12 points for Ryan Goyette, 8 points for Kyle Roy, 7 points for Brian DeMello, 6 points for Josh Bellistracci, 7 points for Casey Granfield, and 4 points for Chris Dacey. And Dartmouth loses this one. Whalers coming out on top by a score of 73-57.
I'd like to thank our New Bedford Educational Access staff on hand, Bob Parati and the students here at New Bedford High School, and from New Bedford Educational Access Television, Roger Robitaille. So the first part of the 1999-2000 season over for the Whalers. They win it tonight. The final score for the final time is New Bedford 73 and Dartmouth 57. For Bernie Picanisco, I'm Keith Tebow. Have a good night.
The United States Naval Academy offers unique opportunities for academic, athletic, and leadership excellence. Here, young men and women learn to lead and accept responsibility with a comprehensive program that challenges them morally, mentally, and physically. Here, they strive for the highest ideals of integrity and professionalism. Here, they prepare for their future roles as officers and leaders in the Navy and Marine Corps. Midshipmen accept their commitment to the Naval Academy's highest priority, character development, and dedicate themselves to the core values of honor, courage, and commitment. These young men and women are the U.S. Naval Academy. Leadership and vision for the 21st century.
Around here, the ground is hard. Around here, the goal is farther away. But dreams are still dreamt. Around here, the hurdles are higher. And the weight is heavier, but there is potential. That's why Special Olympics is here. Helping people with mental retardation become athletes. Helping athletes become respected, accepted. Because no matter where we live, we all need a place where we belong. There's a place for you in Special Olympics too. As an athlete, a coach, a volunteer. Special Olympics is training for life. And that means a lot around here.